What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. Today, this is actually an extension of yesterday's video, kind of, or the last video, I should say. Probably not yesterday. You might recognize the same shirt when I was showing off my office. I've cooled down, and, well, really, all I've got to show you is stuff that I sold. So we're going to start with that. For starters, I have a whole bunch of stuff going to Amazon here, as well as that big box there. Probably going to be a few £100. We're going to get that shipped out. But what you're really here to see is what I sold on eBay. I've got a decent amount of sales today. I've got 9 sales for $822. One of them, for some reason, is still showing as awaiting payment. But when I click View PayPal Transaction, which is there, here, let me show you. So we're under awaiting payment, and this one says ready to ship. View PayPal Transaction. When I click that, it shows that it's paid. And I look through PayPal, everything tells me it's paid. So it's probably just a glitch in eBay's system, which is unfortunate because this sold on the 2nd. It is now the 16th. I just assumed we were still waiting for payment, so maybe watch out for that. Hopefully the buyer isn't too upset. I haven't gotten any messages from them yet, so we're gonna get this shipped out. But this is $200. I'll show you that in a minute. Otherwise, we've got $722 on the other 8, so $922 total. First and foremost, where is it? Here we go. I sold these 3. There should be a 4th one. Here we go. 4 Mishi wallets. They're new without packaging. I got 15 bucks for all 4. I paid 15 total for all of this Mishi stuff, and I already sold one of the bags. I sold this VR system for $129.99. It's kind of funny. Someone made me an offer of 30 bucks and said they're really not worth that much. It's not a very good system. And then like 2 days later, it sold full price, 130 bucks. So don't always take the lowball offers. Anyway, sold it for 130. And again, I bought this with the Oculus Rift items and all of the other random gaming related electronics. That turned out to be a really good purchase. Next sale, I sold both of these for a total of $16 to a viewer, actually. Edith bought them. You know, did I make a mistake? Nope. One did have the motion. Okay, so $16. Edith bought them. Edith, I certainly appreciate your purchase. When you guys come in and support my channel by buying from me on eBay, it really means a lot. Edith left a note saying, "Hello, Rabbit. My 4-year-old son and I watch you on YouTube. Can we please get your autograph? He would be happy with it on anything. Thank you so much, Trent and Jane." Oh, I'm confused. Okay, well, whatever the account holder's name is Edith. Trent and Jane, I certainly appreciate the purchase. So, you said you'd appreciate an autograph on anything. I am going to autograph a toilet and ship it to you. No, that wouldn't be funny enough. Maybe I'll get, like, a tire. Here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to autograph this tire and ship it to you. Or would a snow shovel be funnier? I could autograph a snow shovel. Or Pet Panther. No, he's going to stay here. How about a recalled dehumidifier? What would be the funniest thing to autograph and send to her? I don't know. I say her, assuming Edith or Jane. It could be Trent who actually bought it. I really don't know which is which. But hi, Trent, Edith, and Jane. I am going to actually autograph a card like I do for anybody else who requests it and get that in the mail for you today. Next, I sold these cables for $18. This actually goes to these Bose speakers, and I'm going to talk more about it in a minute, but I got 18 bucks for, it's actually 1 cable with 3 ports. Next, I sold this for 160 plus shipping. This is a Bose receiver with some accessories. Let's get this out of here. See? Fancy. Oh, there go the cords. This is a hazard that I have to put up with by being on YouTube, is I drop a lot of things because I only have one hand to use to carry things and move things. I've done it before. Thankfully, it was just the cords that dropped and this antenna, which isn't gonna, I could run this over with my car and it wouldn't break. Anyways, sold for 160 plus shipping for a total of $176.44. Now here's the story. The cord that I showed you a minute ago that sold for 18 and that receiver were part of one purchase. I spent $10. It was on a video. I don't remember which video, but it was on a video where I bought a whole Bose system for 10 bucks. Since then, I've sold 2 remotes for, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks a piece. And I've sold a cord for, I think I sold for 40, maybe 50, somewhere in that range. So already made decent money on it. Now, I sold this set for 176 and 18. All that's left are the speakers. I think I have them listed for 30, and I'm not sure if they're going to sell. And the subwoofer, again, I have no idea if it's going to sell. There were actually no solds for the speakers or the subwoofer. I just listed them because I have them. In fact, this cable also had no solds. The only thing where there were sold listings were the remotes, the first cable that I showed you, and the receiver. So I listed those, and I figured, you know, I've already got these items. What does it hurt to list them? I already got an $18 sale out of something that I did not expect to sell. Maybe the other 2 will sell. If not, off to Goodwill they will go. Next, I sold one of these Husky blowers, inflators, whatever you want to call it. 28 bucks. Will go in a regional A box. So this was a good sale. I sold all 9 of these for $225. I'm going to set it down so I can show you exactly what they are. I almost dropped it. This is a patient link cable. So you put this on your finger when you're in the hospital, and it keeps track of your pulse, and it connects to the machinery. There are 9 of them here. I've already sold 3 or 4 of them. I got an offer for 25 bucks each. They're going to Germany. That's 225 bucks. I think I paid 10 bucks for all of them, so I've probably made about $400 on them. It was a great purchase that I wasn't sure if it would sell or not. They actually wanted more. They asked if I only had 9. Unfortunately, that's all I had listed. And lastly, I've got stuff in the way here. Let's get these baskets out of the way. I sold one of these. We're looking for a GE7L. That is going to be this one. What is this? This is an ultrasound probe. This thing plugs into an ultrasound machine, and that's the probe, so you can see your insides. So if you've got a really big poop and it's just not coming out, the doctor can look at it with this, or a baby, whichever you prefer to have them look at. Basically the same thing anyways. So that is, I sold this for $199.99, 200 bucks. I bought a bunch of these. I don't even remember what I paid, maybe 25 bucks. And this is the second one I sold, I think. Second or third, probably second. So not a bad purchase. This is the one that I showed you that was showing in the awaiting payment, but it actually was paid. So we're going to get this shipped out. It's heavy. This thing has some weight to it. I don't know if it's staying in the US or not. So this is interesting. I was checking to look at the packing slip to see where it's going, and it says payment was initiated on July 2nd and is being processed through PayPal. So I wonder if eBay and PayPal are having communication issues. And it is, in fact, staying in the US. It's going to New York. So I had one more sale that I completely missed when I was going down the list. Forgot to show you. I sold it for $89.99. And I don't know why I can't find it. I literally just put it here a few days ago. Right here. Now this is cool. I got 90 bucks for it. It's a Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's a set of cards or something. Some collectible. I got this out of Shopko when it was closing. I think I paid like $3 for it. Original retail of it was like 20, and it had just sat in the store for so long. It was discontinued quite a while ago. The date on the package is 2014. So this has been discontinued for a long time. Look at this. It is in flawless condition. So we're going to pack this well. Sold for $89.99. So I bought some stuff today. I spent $160 total. Let me show you what I got. Let's start with the junk. This was a big box lot. So this really, it's going for like 15 bucks free shipping on eBay. So I am just going to get rid of it. Fluke is a great brand, but this is missing half of it. And this piece really isn't worth a whole lot on its own. So I will just be getting rid of both of those. But over here is where the money is at. For starters, I got this check scanner. Should get, I think, about 40 bucks on eBay. These have no comps. I looked up that model number. No active, no sold. So I'm going to list them on eBay for like 50 bucks each. These aren't going for a ton. They're cameras for Polycom speaker systems. There you go. They're not going for a ton, about 30 bucks. I'm in debate if it's even worth my time to list them. I might list them as a lot. Got a whole bunch of these IP phones. I was consistently getting 150 bucks for a set of 3 of these, selling instantly, but I've got some that have not been moving, so maybe the price dropped on them. I'm not sure. A whole bunch of remotes. I haven't looked them up. Usually I get about 10 bucks per remote, give or take. Some probably aren't worth much. A couple are missing battery covers, so those will probably just get recycled. Here's a nice one, a thermal printer. This is selling for about 100 bucks, if I remember correctly, about 100 bucks on eBay with the power cord. These are essentially little computers without a hard drive, if I remember right. I sold one with no cord once for 17 bucks. I've got, these both have power cords, so I might be able to get 25 a piece. Here are a bunch of scanners. I usually do really well. In fact, I just sold this exact same one for 50 bucks. I usually do really well with these scanners, especially the symbol ones, the Motorola ones. Unfortunately, a lot of these, oh, this one just plugs in, so that won't be too bad. But a lot of these are missing batteries. And the battery cover, I believe, is part of the battery. This should be a decent one. Does not have the sticker that has the model number, but I've sold this one before, so I know what the model is. This one, so I'm gonna have to order batteries on these, or I might just sell them as is. I haven't decided. This one should be decent. I got a whole bunch of these little mini scanners. This one is not new, but I should do all right with these. You see me sell these on eBay quite often. Here is a box full of Dish Network remotes. Usually they're not worth much. Hopefully a big lot like this, maybe I'll get a few bucks for it. Otherwise they'll be recycled. This is busted. This is a time clock. You put your time card in there, it stamps it. The reason I bought this, there was supposed to be a second one that was, I don't know if any of the stuff is in working condition, I have to test it, but it didn't have a big hole in the side. The issue was it didn't have keys. So instead of just throwing this one out, I kept it so I have the keys. Hopefully that will, hopefully they'll work together, but I can't find it. So I might have left it behind. I might have to go back there and see if it's still there tomorrow. What else? This phone we're going to talk about in a little bit. I got this. It's a Dymo Twin Turbo, about 60 bucks after fees on Amazon. Given the condition of the box, I'm probably going to sell it without the box. But it's complete inside with the power cord and everything. Next is this one. Now I'm going to show you what this is actually going for on Amazon, because a lot of people are not going to believe me. By the way, here I'm using the Amazon Seller app. Come on. You know you want to scan. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. That is the listing. Look at that. 400 bucks new. 306 if you go by the lowest offer. I'll have to do a little more research on price, but I should be able to get between 250 and 360 after fees for this. Remember, I paid 160 for everything, and it is still factory sealed up here. It has not been opened. That's not tape. That's their actual seal. So that'll be a good one. Here's another one. This is also brand new in the box. This is about 139 before fees. Here is another really good unit. This one, I already tested it. Let me see if I can find the listing for it. It's got the stand, which it sits on. It's got the little extension USB thing, and then the case. And it is going on Amazon. Some of these go for really big money. Same with this one. 400 bucks, no FBA offers. Now, that is only one listing, so I have to see if that's actually what it's selling for. But I've seen these go, I've sold these for as much as 800, similar voice recorders. These pedals, nothing too exciting. I think I get about 20, 25 bucks after fees for them, if I remember right. I've sold them before. These are pretty good. Now, I can get anywhere from 60 to 200. It all depends if it's backlit or not. They look the same. It looks like it should be backlit, but I'll have to test it out. You actually need their software to test these. I get them periodically, and so I have their software. This isn't too exciting. It's a credit card reader. 13 bucks after fees on Amazon. This excites me. This phone is waterproof. I will get $179 after fees on Amazon. Now, let me show you why I'm excited about that. Oh, and by the way, it has a really good sales rank, so it should sell pretty quick. Look how many of them I have here. If I remember right, there are like 39 of them. A couple of different models, but I think this is the same one. And then all the bases are down below in that box. I bought those a few months ago from a viewer in Milwaukee. You saw it on video. I never did anything with them because for some reason I was thinking they're not really high value, like 30 bucks each, and they just kind of got put on the back burner. Well, if I'm getting $179 each, he sold them to me with all brand new batteries too, a whole box full of new batteries for them. So I think I might have to go through those tomorrow. It's already late in the day, so I'm not doing that today. I got this scanner. These desktop scanners can be pretty good. If I remember right, I get either 125 or 175 after fees. If you want to look it up on Amazon, there's the model number. It's a Fujitsu, and it does have the power cord and everything. Now on to phones. This one, I get about 30 bucks after fees. I've got 4 of them. They are complete and ready to go. This one, I've got 5, and I get, boy, let me see if I remember that. I think it's like 170. Let me quick pull it up and see if I can find the listing. Let's see, 5032, I think that's it. There we go, 86 after fees, not quite as high. Oh, but look, that's 1 FBA offer. The other ones are at 30, so maybe I won't get that. I'll have to do a little more research. Either way, they should be a pretty quick seller. Remember this one that I showed you earlier? That is this phone. I've got 3 more. The issue is, and of course these are used, it's like 100 and this one was the one that was like 150, 170. Okay, I gotta pull it up because I'm not good at remembering these things. All right, so there it is used, 195. There's the new listing that I showed you, right? 4,200, yeah, 4,200. So 321 new. Why did I think that was 400? Did I say 400? Is there another listing in here? Oh, interesting. Never mind. The 4100 is this one. This is the one that I've got one new in the box. And used is 154 each with no FBA offers. That's what I get after fees. Here's the issue. Only one has a power cord. And then I've got 2 more here that not only are missing the power cords, but they're missing the handsets. So I need to see if I can order those. I'm sure I can order the power cords, but the handset's a bit of a wild card. Now I've got 3 of this unit, which you just saw when I confused myself. This is the 4200. 4100, wow, I can't do things. 154 after fees, so very comparable. But again, only one of them has a power cord. One's missing a handset. So 1 has a power cord, 2 have handsets. So I need to find a handset and 2 power cords to send all of those in. But at the very least, I've got 1 good one of each model. What's going on, Resale Rabbit from the future here. I am actually editing this video, and after I filmed it, I shipped all these to Amazon. And while I was shipping them to Amazon, I realized I had made a mistake and I wanted to clarify. There are 2 models of phones, the 4100 and the 4200. There's only a single 4100. All of the other ones are 4200s. For some reason, some of them have a blue little screen and other ones have a white one. That's where I got confused. So let me show you what they're actually going for. Let's start with the 4200, 195 bucks after fees. Notice how low this person is. That's only 1 seller with a low feedback. So I matched these guys in the 190 range, so likely getting probably 175 or so after fees. And this one, they were all this model except for a single unit. The 4100, I only had a single unit, and that got sent in matching the lowest price. Additionally, I went back and was able to find 2 more power cords and I think 3 handsets. So I did not need to order any handsets, and I ordered like 4-ish power cords. They were $6 each on eBay, so that wasn't too bad. Now I said I would get back to this phone, so let's take a walk. See this little pile? These are all that phone. And then here's the main unit for it that sits in the office, in the main office. This should be about $250 to $350 on eBay. I have not looked it up on Amazon. Well, let's take a look on Amazon. There is a listing. It's not a great one, but $526 after fees. It was about $250 to $350 on eBay. And then I've got 12 phones between those boxes, 5 more there, and 1 more that I found in a different box in the office that go to that. So that's, what, 18 phones. Let's pop this open. Oh, no, this is not new. This is definitely not new. But they should all have the power cords and everything. And this is the BizTouch 3. Let's look that one up. So no listing on Amazon. They're kind of all over the board on eBay. Look at that, $100 pre-owned. There's a lot of 6 for 60. But that one, pre-owned, $100. Pre-owned, 87 with shipping. Pre-owned, a lot of 3, no power cords, 208. And then pre-owned, a lot of 3, 189. So these are going to be slow movers. But I've got 18 of the phones. That's $1,800 if I can get $100 each. And then that would, if we say conservatively 200, that's $2,000 right there. I paid $100 for these and $60 for everything else. So I might have a few $1,000s here for my $160 purchase. You can see how things start to pile up quickly. The second I still have that other electronics stuff that I got out of Milwaukee. Let me show you. These, ignore the camera on top, have chargers ordered, so those we're just kind of waiting. However, I've not touched any of this stuff since you last saw it. So I'm really considering hiring somebody to manage eBay, to do the listings, to do the shipping. Basically hiring someone to be Craigslist Hunter's Vicky. Here's the downside to that. If somebody else is doing eBay, it's going to be difficult for me to film the sales. So you're not really going to see that very much in the video. What I might do is periodically do a video showing the keynote items I've sold or something. What do you think? If I'm not actually shipping the items, I'm not really going to be able to show sales. What do you want to see eventually once this happens? Should I hire, or should I just completely ignore eBay sales unless it's something really good? Should I do a weekly, here's everything I sold on eBay? Should I do a monthly, here's some noteworthy things I sold on eBay? What do you think? But anyways, that is what I got today. I'm really considering hiring someone though, because I've got such a backlog on eBay. My biggest concern, let me sit down. My biggest concern is I've got enough stuff to keep someone busy for a good month. They can do eBay, they can even do Amazon. The thing is, I don't know if I can find enough product where once we're caught up, they can have steady work 40 hours a week. The last thing I want is to be paying someone to be here full time when there isn't full-time work. And I can't just switch them to part-time or anything like that. My thought is these Target apparel pallets, I can get them cheap. Not as cheap as I got the ones that you saw. I keep pointing there. You don't know what there is. That's all the Target clothing that I got, $200,000 worth of Target clothing. If you've been following my videos, you've seen just about every couple of days I sell something off of it, and I do not have a lot of it listed. So I feel like worst case, I could have an employee, if there's nothing else for them to do, list that. And I can get pallets of that for about $1.75 per piece. Might be worth it. I figure an employee could list 100, 200 units of that per day because it's very quick and easy to list. Or listings, I should say, not units. So it might be worth it. I don't know. I have a lot of considering to do. Another thing is I really want to hire someone who does have experience with eBay for 2 reasons. Number one, they're not going to steal the goodwill tags and basically just try and do exactly what I do and quit their job. If they already know how to sell on eBay, then they already know this business exists, and I don't need to worry about them up and quitting. Training is expensive. And number 2, training is expensive, and it takes years to master eBay. I want this person in a couple of months to be able to work on their own, to have a key to the building, to come in and just work. But I don't need to be here. Similar to my other employees that handle the other parts of the business. So I have a lot of thoughts and consideration to do, but I really think that's the next step. I need to get someone in here to do eBay at the very least. Maybe not Amazon, but definitely eBay. So anyways, that's all I got for today. I'm deciding if I should end the video or not. I think you've got a decent sized video here. I'm totally guessing because until I edit it, I won't know. This could be a 20-minute video or a 3-minute video. Well, it's not a 3-minute video because this one clip is 2 minutes and 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds long. Should I continue to ramble? Nah. So that is today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Rabbit from the future here again. Boy, do I look laid back in this orientation on the chair. Anyways, so I did an Amazon shipment. Every single item that's destined to go to Amazon went to Amazon. It was a little under $2,000 after fees. The only exceptions were those Panasonic phones. There were a couple of them where I ordered cords for. Those will get sent to Amazon after cords are ordered. So well over $2,000 once those go out, just on Amazon. Now remember, there's a ton of stuff for eBay. I might get like $2,000 for that phone system with the base and everything. Maybe I get 1,000. Maybe I get 500. I don't know. I have no clue. It doesn't seem to have a high sales velocity. I mentioned that already. And then there's also all the other stuff, which is all listed on eBay right now. The only item that I haven't listed on eBay is that whole phone system. And I think there were like 26 listings or so. I spent 160, and I seriously think I'm going to turn that into like $4,000. So this was an excellent score.